we didn't tell you what was wrong with my computer. It didn't have any battery juice.
Wow, you
dead.
sounded so concerned in your messages. I thought there was something wrong, but it was just dead.
I did too, but it was just dead. Can you believe it?
Wow. I can't believe it.
Why isn't this turning on? Hello, and welcome to Way Too Broad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and I just simply apologize for that. And these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben, and Erin. Hi, Erin. Hello, Hannah. Hello, slurping his water, Ben.
Hey, I'm sipping on water, Ben. Nice to meet you.
I was not, much like the listeners, I could not see you when you were doing that, and I had not a clue what it was.
Hell yeah, that's the way I was supposed to be experienced.
Before we start the podcast today, Ben, do you want to lead us in a little prayer?
Yeah, before we get started, let's pray.
Okay.
Let's pray. Everyone put your hands together. Heavenly farts.
Will you include a link to that? Is that a TikTok?
Heavenly farts.
Yeah, I'll find it for you. Okay. Everyone, go ahead, explain it. This is TikTok that Hannah sent. Is a guy in a church leading a prayer, and he kicks it off with heavenly farts. And I saw that video right before I went into a meeting and laughed until I was like sobbing. Like I was having the physical reaction of sobbing. It was so funny. And then I had to send it to explain it to the person I was going into a meeting with because my face was red and blotchy.
I actually also really find the way he goes, Heavenly Father, our hearts, really funny. So I feel like he's hitting it extra hard to explain why he just said heavenly farts.
Absolutely.
Heavenly farts.
Heavenly farts. He just lilts it out like it's natural.
Heavenly Father, our hearts.
Maybe I'll just put the audio in. I can hold the audio.
Before we begin, let's pray. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, our hearts are made ready to hear the truth.
So, yeah, and we'll link to it in the description also. It's just very good. We've been quoting it a lot. Have y'all seen this one? Another audio that you'll have to oops. Hold on. Oh my god. I'll tell you after. Okay. Let's watch it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
And then the following week, last week, we were talking about Lot. And we were talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. And we were talking about how Lot chose to go pinch his tits. Excuse me. Pitch his tits. Pitch his tits is what I said. And you heard nothing else here.
You stop it there. He just starts really disgusting.
Okay, wait. I need to listen to this again. I need to listen to it louder.
Pinch his tits. Pinch his tits. That's kind of a spoonerism, right? That's yeah. The first time I watched it through, I was like, he must have said that to his wife last night or something. But I think that he just really just did a spoonerism.
This video has only 12,000 views and is 14 years old.
It's no. This is not the original, I'm sure. I watch his eyes when he says that. Yeah.
It's not embarrassment. It's shock is what it is.
Yeah. So let me tell you. So I'm assuming you've dropped the audio in here, Hannah. Let me tell you how I went to Google that video. What I Googled simply was pinch a tit. And so that's why I was like, oh, because like the Google results for that are exactly what you would expect. So I had to add some other helpful words in there.
Oh my god. I thought maybe you put it in your work Slack or something. That's a much better reason.
No. I don't have work Slack on this computer because I do this podcast on this computer. That would be bad.
True story.
Yeah.
Oh, remember people used to say that? Anyway. Drinks. We didn't do what we're drinking.
Yeah. That was the preacher. That was the preacher saying things that he didn't mean to section.
Yeah. Let's see. Who is first this week?
I think me.
Yeah.
I think it's me.
It is you.
And I'm second.
That's
you
true.
Guys, I think it's me this week.
What are you drinking, Erin?
I have a decaffeinated coffee, and I have an ice water.
Delicious. Ben, what do you drink? What are you pouring out on your table?
It's ice water.
Just one?
I have another one, but this is the one that I'm pouring. I'm not quite pouring it just yet. I'm getting the drink.
You're gonna. This seems so dangerous. This seems like a game of chicken, and you're the only loser.
It's really making me anxious. Ian does that. He will intentionally pour a beer hard and try to get the foam as close to the top as possible just to freak me out. Anyway.
Wow. Just to watch the world burn.
You want to know what I'm drinking?
No.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
I got 2 drinks. They're both pod firsts. I think neither of you have had them probably.
Okay.
We like our... by the way, we're entering Spindrift Corner.
Oh!
We're going deep into Spindrift Corner right now. Okay?
Better have the fucking sound effect.
Okay, I do. I have it at the ready.
Okay, good.
So there is a lemon Spindrift. We all know about this, right?
Yes.
Did you know that Spindrift just launched 3, combo lemonade Spindrift flavors?
No.
They did, and they did a, on launch day, they did, a free, there's, a sampler pack you can buy. I think it's sold out right now, but they gave them away for free on the first day of the launch, and I got one.
You didn't decide to tell anybody about it. Kept it all to yourself.
It was gone in minutes, so I didn't
Thanks to you.
Yeah, thanks to me. So I did get one, and so we got 2 of each of these. There's 3 new flavors. We got 2 of each to try, which is great because it's one for Ian and one for me. So we've been trying them with dinners every night. So yesterday I had pink lemonade, which mostly just tasted like that raspberry one. It has other flavors in it. I don't have that one to show you.
Do they have sugar in them?
No. And
then how is it? Okay, hold on.
Unsweetened. It says unsweetened.
Hold on. How is that lemonade flavored
unsweetened lemonade. It says
unsweetened lemonade is lemon water and water, which is what lemon Spindrift already was.
Yeah, but it's also got other flavors in it.
Okay, but it's not lemonade.
Okay, listen. I'm not in charge.
The one that's strawberry lemonade, explain to me how that's not strawberry lemon Spindrift. Why is it strawberry lemonade?
Ben, do you really want to diminish your chances of getting access to these flavors by bad-mouthing them? One of our sponsors?
Hannah, did you just ask me what the difference is?
Yeah.
Sugar. What's the difference between lemon and water and lemonade?
Nothing.
Sugar.
Okay.
Well, they're putting different sweetened juices, but sweetened, they're just sweet.
Yeah, it's It's good. Just listen. The pink lemonade.
Why don't you yes and us? Why don't you yes and right now? Okay.
Yeah. Do you even want to get a free carton of Spindrift from anyone?
I of course do. And I'm sure it's delicious, but it's a misnomer, and I'm not gonna back down on that.
Let me tell you, I need to tell you something about the whole you kept it to yourself thing, which is, and this is true, and I promise you this is true. The moment that I secured our box, I went back in and tried to get one secretly sent to my parents' house because I knew how excited it would make my dad, especially, and they were already sold out. So I did think of myself first, but I thought of my parents immediately afterwards.
So that's nice. That's nice. You put yourself on the lifeboat, and then you're like, maybe I should get my parents on.
No, it's more like I put my own mask on first, like in the plane.
Oh, okay. I see.
You can't help anybody else if you're not
expecting Spindrift to come to your house. Yeah.
I thought this was Spindrift Corner, not Spin Corner. But anyway.
So
tell us about the flavor.
These are the flavors. The pink lemonade one, which I don't have here, but just to tell you, is lemon and crushed cherries and raspberries. And it says we added just a touch of sweetness and a whole lot of beauty, but it also says unsweetened lemonade. So I don't know about the extra sugar thing. It would seem that they didn't add sugar.
You keep triggering Ben when you say unsweetened lemonade. You have to stop.
So this is lemon and berry Spindrift. Go on.
This is the one I'm drinking right now is strawberry lemonade.
So strawberry and lemon, cool, awesome.
And the last one I haven't tried yet. And I have an issue with the name of this one. Well, I just want us to try saying it. It's lemon limeade, which I get why they did that, but like to fit the theme, it should be lime lemonade, right? But then like lemon limeade is kind of a thing. Lime lemonade. That sounds weird, right?
They're just seeing what they can get away with.
Okay, so I'm going to open that one right now.
So you haven't tried it before.
Once we let them call lemon and sparkling water lemonade, then they were allowed to do whatever they wanted vis-a-vis naming things.
Okay. All right, this is my first time ever trying lemon limeade Spindrift.
Wow. I feel so honored to be here. Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.
She's smelling it. Give us some nasal notes. The notes on the bloom. What do they call that? She's really smelling it. You guys can't get enough. She's huffing it.
It's like tart. Like I think I'm getting lime from the.
I hope so. You getting any aid
for the nasal notes? No aid.
Oh,
it's nice. It is nice. I would say of all of them, this is the one that tastes the most like an aid, but it is also calling itself unsweetened. So I don't know what to tell you, Ben.
You can tell me Spindrift was made a grave error.
Or you could tell me, I guess. And I'll believe you. But
so a nice flavor. So how did these compare against, give us something we know, a lemon Spindy is just such a classic. So how did these compare against a lemon Spindy?
I mean, I will say that the strawberry lemonade, I think the strawberry becomes pretty dominant. So it's not that different from a strawberry Spindy. So if you don't like strawberry Spindy, which I know some people don't, I probably wouldn't jump all over that one. There is also a lime Spindrift as well as a lemon Spindrift. I kind of feel like this lemon limeade one is the most distinct. Because like I said, the pink lemonade one kind of tastes like what is it? Raspberry lime. There's a raspberry lime Spindrift. It kind of tastes like that. Which is good. It's good. It's just not that different. This one is probably the most distinctly different. I think they're all good. But the lemon is hard to beat.
I think the half and half lemon and tea is still the best one.
So good. Yeah. I have that one here too.
Such a good one. Nice.
I love Spindrift. Thanks, Spindrift, for sending me these for free because I'm an influencer.
Really nice.
I should get some Spindy up in here.
Yeah, I haven't had Spindy in a while.
I have so much of it. They keep sending
we're kind
it
of
to
just
me. Huh?
We're kind of a straight seltzer family for the most part. Like that's what we always have that stocked up. But we gotta get some Spindies in the mixies.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, Kylie doesn't like them, so probably you don't ever think to buy it because it would just be you drinking them, huh?
Yeah, but like,
yeah,
I'll drink them. You know, I should still get them.
Yeah, same here.
Because Kylie doesn't like them.
Pay respects to Kylie. Be respectful of Kylie.
No, it's funny though because do you remember when she was on and she was like saying all that blasphemy about Spindrift and stuff, and then she was like, and it's really tough. I have to bring all my own drinks to Brown family functions because there's only ever like Spindrift and seltzer. And I thought in the moment, I honestly thought she was exaggerating. And then we all got together outdoors right before Lucas and Federica left for Florida. And lo and behold, there was literally nothing available to drink except for Spindrift and seltzer. She was 100% right.
That's all you need. That's all I know. If we're able to do Thanksgiving at our house this year, I'm going to buy some sodies for Kylie. It's going to be really nice.
Oh,
that'll be great.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I checked it.
Which I'm feeling somewhat more positive than I have in the past about, because we're apparently all supposed to get vaccinated by May.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I guess I could tell our listeners, I've had my first vaccine shot.
Hell yes.
Uh-huh. And my parents I don't think they've gotten anything scheduled yet, but they certainly will soon. They definitely qualify at this point. So, we're all looking good up here, and I think we're open to the general population in Massachusetts by like April or something like that. Sometime in April.
Molly and I are in group 4, and we group 4 in North Carolina can start scheduling at the end of March.
Look at that.
So it's exciting.
That's so exciting. Because also, if we can reach like herd immunity within people who are planning on going to Thanksgiving, then even if it's not everybody, we should be pretty like well controlling our risk factors.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
Yep. Same.
Another really exciting, the first really exciting thing that has happened to me so far that has to do with getting a vaccine, because it's been over a week now. So it's safe to assume that I have some degree of immunity, not as much as I will after like a few weeks after the second shot, but like they say some of it kicks in pretty quickly. So
nice.
You
look a little more immune to me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look a little more immune.
Thank you so much.
To me.
Thanks for noticing. But I no longer feel the need to ever wear 2 masks in public anymore. So like, not that I'm going out in public very much, but like we went.
Is that a side effect? You like lose the desire to wear a second mask?
Well, I just like don't feel like I need to, because it's like I'm wearing a mask just in case, like to protect other people, but I'm not so worried about like what I'm breathing in. Like I still should be a little bit concerned. I'm obviously still wearing a mask. It's a good multi-layer fabric mask, but I'm not like wearing another paper mask underneath it. I probably still would if we went to like the grocery store, but like today we just went to our storage unit, which we knew would probably be an empty building, and it was, but I didn't bring a second mask because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be in close enough contact for long enough, for it to be needed. So.
Hell yeah.
I'm hoping to never have to do it again because double masking is annoying. When I went to get the shot, I was double masked, and I thought they were going to have me take off my mask and put on their like special paper one, because they make you do that like at any if you have gone to any medical appointments, they don't let you wear in the mask that you like wore into the building. They have you switch to their own, but they give you a paper mask, and they tell you to put it over your mask. So I was accidentally triple masking the whole time that I was in the vaccination site.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, okay. Should we pop in?
Did y'all see the tweet of Dolly Parton getting her shot, and it said she tweeted the picture and she said, "Getting a taste of my own medicine."
I didn't see her tweet. No.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
So fucking good.
Love her.
Yeah, fucking please shout out to Dolly Parton if you're listening.
What a freaking icon. Shout out to Dolly Parton. Thank you for listening.
Fucking shout out. Thank you.
Thank you for that vaccine.
Thank you to our biggest fan, Dolly Parton.
Thanks to superfan Dolly Parton.
All right, let's pop in. Erin, what is your obsession?
Okay, hello. I'm gonna apologize in advance for just really butchering all the pronunciation, but my obsession this week is firmly rooted in the Spanish language, so I'm gonna do my best. I have looked up some pronunciation helpers, and I just really do apologize. So, my obsession is, I guess we could call it an album, or maybe a singer-songwriter would be a better a musical artist. That might be a better way to put it. Her name is Natalia Lafourcade, I think. And so that's spelled Natalia. I think everyone's good to go there. And then her last name is spelled Lafourcade. And I found out about her. My friend Vega, shout out if you're listening, sent me her Tiny Desk concert. So I will send that to you here to share in the notes. And she's a singer-songwriter from Mexico, and this Tiny Desk concert is so good, and all 3 songs that she's singing come off of this album called Musas, which I assume is Muses. And there's actually 2 volumes. I've been listening heavily to volume 1. Here, I'll post that in here as well, a Spotify link at least. And it's just so good. And I think the origin story behind this, I can actually look. I think it's in the Tiny Desk show notes here. She was traveling through Brazil. And then while she was traveling, she felt really nostalgic for Mexico and its folk music. And so this, record is I think they're all originals, but they're all like very much in the style, I guess, of traditional folk Mexican music, and it's just so nice and fun, and I just like love the rhythms and the harmonies and the instruments, and the songs are just so good. I just really love it, and so I would encourage everybody to watch this Tiny Desk concert because it's just like so fun and lively and just like wonderful. And I think gives a really good taste for like what the album is. And in fact, one of my favorite songs, it's the first song on this album, Musas. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, apologies. Is the last song she plays in this Tiny Desk. And just like the live version that she plays in this Tiny Desk is so good. That in fact there's this like one part that's just like so musically good that I like have like rewound it and watched it again and again.
She's so little.
She's so tiny. I wonder how tall she is. I bet she's like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, I guess it could be an illusion or an optical illusion, but
I don't think it is.
She's just little.
Yeah, I think she's just a little songbird.
4'11".
Wow. That is so short. But anyway, she rules. This Tiny Desk concert is so fun, and then the album is just like really, really wonderful. So I encourage everybody to listen to it. The Spanish language is just so beautiful, and I feel like this album like really, really like embodies that.
Really so nice. Pretty.
Yeah.
I was just listening to it on low while you were talking.
Same.
Beautiful. That's great.
She has an amazing voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really does.
I like her shirt too. I really love like the colorfulness of Mexican culture. Like I don't know enough about it to put a name to it, but like, you know, I was so blown away by like sort of the whole every every aesthetic thing about Coco, and like every time that you see like a town, you know, center in Mexico, there's like so many cool colors and textures, and like it really makes me want to see it in person someday.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Yeah, the second song in this Tiny Desk concert is a song she wrote for her hometown. And I like looked at the lyrics and they're just really wonderful. And this song is like, just like, so, I don't know. I feel like it just like brings it to life. I just feel like I have some sort of sense of what this hometown might be like, because like the song is so good at kind of capturing a feeling, even across a language, I feel like.
Is she very popular in Mexico, do you know?
I think so, and I think this song, I think this album maybe won a couple Grammys.
Since her debut in 2002, has been one of the most successful singers in Latin America.
Yeah. So, yes, very.
Wait,
awesome.
In 2002? She was like 18.
Yeah,
like,
I think
she's been on
might
that
have been
grind.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. I'm going to definitely watch this Tiny Desk concert.
It's just really wonderful. Just really wonderful. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to shout out my favorite song in this album. The first track one, and this is off of Musas, Volume 1. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. Probably am. I really like track 1 so much. Track number... track number 11, Tonada de Luna Lena, is so good. The harmonies of that song is just incredible. I think it's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. I've been listening to it a ton all week. It's so good and beautiful. It's, you know, kind of a slow song. You know how I do. But check it out. It's a great album.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's my obsession this week.
Flip. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to listen to her.
Obsessed. Yeah, listen up.
I'm going to listen to her while I'm cleaning this weekend. That sounds nice.
Yeah, that sounds really nice, honestly.
It sounds so nice.
Yeah, I also think it sounds nice.
Throw a window open. Yeah.
Cool. Great. I guess you can stay then, Ben.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Very cool.
If you don't think she's nice, you can leave.
So why did your friend share this with you? Just because they liked it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, he definitely liked it, and maybe he had an idea that I would too.
Wow, he was so right.
Yeah. He can...
Friend.
Yeah, and he's a native Spanish speaker, so I was telling him about... I was, like, gushing about that song that I really liked that I just told you all about. I was like, God, what a beautiful song. And he said, I wish you were able to also get what's lost in translation. And then he did a cry face. So basically it was like, it's even more beautiful and you can't even know about it because you're not a native Spanish speaker. So I was like, wow, thanks a lot. Got my face for that.
Thanks, Vega.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's in this to me other than it's really fucking good and who wouldn't like it?
Yeah. Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Get you a friend who just sends you good music for no fucking reason. Yeah, unlike some people who just order themselves free Spindrift and don't fucking tell anybody else about it.
Yeah. And I'm not really in the market for new friends, unfortunately. Just like
if somehow she accidentally makes a new friend, you're going to hear about it.
Love that callback to something before we started recording.
Yeah, sorry everybody.
That one's just for
Hannah,
us.
TLDR, Hannah doesn't really feel the need to have new friends. So stop asking.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, that's beautiful. I'm looking forward to exploring this artist more.
Great. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Hurrah.
Should we pop into Ben?
Cool. Ben, what do you got going on?
So, I thought about bringing something else, but I would be lying to myself and to everyone, all of our listeners, if I said my obsession was anything other than Stardew Valley.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! Wait! We ring the Way Too Broad obsession trifecta gong.
Does it count if... Did Hannah bring it the first time, or did I bring it the first time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Nice.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, we have ourselves a trifecta.
I was worried I was not only doing a repeat of yours from last week, but repeating one that I had already done myself. But, okay, cool.
No, sir. Yep.
This has only happened like 2 or 3 times, I think.
What are the other Way Too Broad obsession trifectas?
Is Janelle Monáe one?
I was gonna say, I feel like we all brought Janelle Monáe in the same week or something. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Which, by the way, re-listen to Dirty Computer the other day. The album's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was just listening to Django Jane the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this fucking song.
It always reminds me of my trip to that one trip to China that I took, because remember it came out like while I was in China, and I was up really late one night and just like listened to it in a hotel room in like downtown, I don't even know what city.
Wow.
Takes me right back. But like in a good way.
Computer. We talked about Dirty Computer on episode 34. This timeline has no dates or times. That's right. I think you were giving us a timeline of your trip, and you just like didn't orient it in time at all.
That sounds right. B. Steadwell was twice. No.
We talked about Janelle Monáe the first time on episode 28, the first time, this time right now once. And then we talked about Janelle Monáe again on episode 31, Smelly Buttons. Who had the smelly button?
Oh, no.
We all have smelly buttons, if you think about it.
It's a mystery.
Wow, that's deep.
It's a mystery.
It's deep.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot of fucking Stardew Valley, dude. Pretty much like right after we recorded the podcast last week, I was like, man, Stardew Valley's good. I opened up my Switch. I had a farm on there that I had I was on like day 6 of spring. I was barely in it, so I deleted and started fresh. And I have my new character Fred, who lives on Fred Farm. And his favorite thing is Fred. And yeah, I briefly went back and forth because, of course, immediately after I started playing, Kylie was like, oh yeah, Stardew Valley is awesome, and started playing also, which then led to the classic thing of we're both playing on the Switch and both want to be playing it all the time.
But you only have one Switch?
We only have one Switch. And so I was like, I was thinking about playing it on my computer, but I really like playing on the Switch because I can play on the big screen when I feel like it, or when we're like watching something, like when we're watching Critical Role, for example, I can play it handheld, and it's great.
You can do that with the back and forth. Oh, not on Daddy, I guess.
No, not on Daddy. So I'm still, and I'm too deep now. I'm like halfway through summer.
Wow, yeah.
It's just a great game. I'm playing it very different this time. I'm actually fishing a lot.
Wow.
I still don't love it, and I'm still not very good at it. Like any of the harder fishes, like I'm trying to get a puffer fish right now for the community center, and it's really fucking hard, and I still can't do those, but like it's not as bad as I thought. It's fine. I still like the mine a lot more. I'm real deep in the mine already. But something that's
what level in the mine are you?
50, I think.
Nice. I'm in the 80s. I've been mining.
Nice. You're in the mines?
I don't really fish anymore. I'm kind of been in the mines.
Really? Okay. Yeah. It's better. I mean, it's better.
I mean, I still dip my rod in every now and again, but I really...
It's nice because pufferfish are only available from 12 to 4. And so, like, I don't have, like, whole days that I spend fishing, but, like, on days where I have nothing to do between 12 and 4, I'll go to the beach and try and get some pufferfish.
Chill.
But has anyone been to the island yet?
No, I've been trying. Well, my game just updated last night.
That was an additional patch. The Concerned Ape tweeted about it. It was like a bug fix thing. You were on the update that had, You were most likely on the update that had the island. But I don't know how to unlock it. I had like a cutscene with Willie about it. I think about that, but I forget what he said. Like I think he just like said I have to do more fishing or something, and it'll unlock.
Here's my deal. I keep being like by Willie to like set my crab pots with bait and trying to talk to Willie while I'm holding bait. So I keep giving Willie bait. And he fucking hates it. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He thinks I'm some psycho now. So I don't think I ever get to go to the island. Because Willie hates me.
I didn't see... Okay, so it's so funny because I was like, just like Ben right after we recorded last week, and I was like, I'm going to play Stardew Valley. Like, we talked about it. And then every night I would look at the Switch... And I would even look at my files. I would like peruse them. I like dipped in for a half a day, and I found like a file that was like almost a year in where I had a boyfriend. I was playing a male character. I had a boyfriend. It was the jock guy. We were like going steady and everything. And then I just got kind of overwhelmed and stopped again. And then it started feeling like something that I felt I should do instead of something that I wanted to do all of a sudden. So I just like, and I also have like 3 very new files that I clearly had started and then like walked away from. So like, I think I'm not ready right now. But like,
she's not in a good place emotionally.
but I would really like to, Ian's been playing more and he's been going to the island. And from what I saw, and I've been really, really enjoying watching him. And from what I saw, he got a letter that said that maybe he can come in and say, Ian, are you out there?
I think I'm just going to... it's gonna happen when it happens. I'm not gonna.
Okay, but it's the door. Never mind. It's the door. I
know it's the door behind Willie's.
It's locked. It's locked. The door's locked.
He got a letter at some point that I think said that he had finally unlocked the door or something. So I don't know what triggered that.
I'm sure it'll happen. It's whatever.
Maybe giving Willie bait like 15 times. It's like just keep trying to give him bait.
But it's cool. It's worth getting over there when you can. I've been enjoying that quite a lot. There's like a lot more there than I expected. That's all.
No spoilies.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't. One thing about Stardew is I feel like you can't jump back in to like a matured file after having not played it for a while.
Yeah.
I like jump in the next day. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, you might be right. Although I did remember some of it came back to me, but then it was like, yeah, like I didn't even understand what my organizational system was anymore. Like I had like all these different colored boxes and like, why was I saving these fish? I don't know.
I briefly opened my original file, like the very first one I played, which was on Steam when the game came out.
Yeah.
And I was like midway through fall of year 2, I think. I never even got to year 3, which is really surprising to me because that's like a big milestone. But I had like a whole operation of like a bunch of kegs making some kind of wine or beer and like a million cheese presses and mayonnaise machines and like a ton of animals. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on or what my like morning routine is. Like you get in such a like a thing where you're like, I gotta check on the animals and like put the eggs in to make mayonnaise and like I go do this and like this is my plan for today. Like I had no idea.
Switch out your pickles.
I had like $250,000 just sitting in my pockets and I didn't know what my plan was to do with next. It was really overwhelming.
You're absolutely fucked if you can't remember your morning routine. I mean, god damn it. Then
that's the whole game, basically.
So right. You're so right. Like I think that it's like waking up in like with no context in someone else's house and body. That like that's when you haven't played in a while. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should just delete all my files and start fresh.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think if you haven't played for a while, you have to start fresh. And it's like not any less enjoyable to do that. That's the thing. It's because like it's really
and it's fun also like a nice way to try out new, like you lock yourself in after a year or two to your routine and to your like what are you focusing on in this playthrough and who are you focusing on, and so it's not just like replaying, it's changing up the game
to like not. Because after talking with Erin about it last time, because I feel like every time I played Stardew, because I've started a couple files, I like really force myself to like make sure I'm talking to everyone every day and like giving everyone gifts all the time. And I'm like, nah, I'm just going to do it later. Like I'm doing it on my own time. I give people gifts on their birthdays, which is like the most efficient way to get a bunch of hearts anyway. And like, but I'm not rushing at all. That's not what I'm here for, dude. I'm just here to have a farm. I'm also not like overexerting myself with like how many crops I have, because you don't need a ton to make a good amount of money, especially once you get animals, which are like the real money makers anyway. So like, I just like have a little field that is manageable rather than like trying to expand it constantly. And like once I get sprinklers, I'll make maybe some bigger fields. But like, right now I'm just chilling. I just got like my little, I got my animals. I got my randomly named animals, like my chicken ballers.
You're just doing a little homesteading.
I just got a pig named Coochie. That was another random offering.
I'm building my barn. Robin's building my barn in a storm right now. She's a trooper.
She rules.
Did you hear that?
Some cows.
Did you hear him trying to take credit for Robin's work there a second ago?
Yeah, Robin is building my barn.
Yeah, it's just great. I was so obsessed with playing Stardew Valley the other day that I was like getting really close to the end of spring. And so I was like, I'm just going to stay up until I finish spring. And it ended up being until like 1 a.m. And then when I woke up the next morning, the very first thought in my head was, all right, first day of summer. What's my plan? It was like, oh,
I've been having dreams about Stardew Valley.
This is real life, huh?
Like all my dreams are Stardew Valley. Really. I'm like switching out stuff. I'm organizing my materials in my dreams. Yo, I've been having a little trouble with the ladies. So I finally have started to try to like court one of the ladies. I'm of course a gay lady in the game. It was funny in games like that where you have like choose your avatar and you have like a girly girl with like long hair or like a boy. I usually choose like the male character, and so when I was setting up my character, I did that. But then I saw that you could do different hairstyles. So when I saw that I could be have a dykey haircut, I was like, hell yeah! So my character has like a dykey haircut and like a rainbow shirt. So anyway, I found somebody who I kind of like a little more than the other was, who's like less stuck up, and she really liked one of my gifts, which was a gem. So she loved it. She loved it.
Who?
And it was the first gift that she loved, Emily.
Okay.
And so, with the blue hair.
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, this is great because I have a lot of gems. She's hated the last 2 gems I've given her. So I don't know what to do, man. Her birthday's tomorrow. I don't know what to do. I know a really good
gift for her, because I think the reason she likes some gems is that they're good for dye making, because she likes making her own clothes.
But then I gave her a duck feather and she thought it was okay.
She likes aquamarine a lot, I think.
Okay.
I think aquamarine and jade are like her favorites.
Okay, I've got one of each.
Do you use the wiki at all?
No.
The wiki is super if you want to play that way, the wiki is super helpful with like people.
It is also like extremely well made and easy to use. Like it's not like is it in game?
No.
It's StardewValleyWiki.com. It's not like you know how, like there are a lot of games that have like the wikis. This is like its own website that fans made that is extremely good and has like all the information you would ever want.
Oh, good.
So like right at the top for every person, it'll list their best gifts and whether or not you can marry them. And like, if you really are like, just like, I need to find this person fucking right now, it does have their schedule for every day of every season, like where you can find them, but it's like hidden unless you expand it. So it's like, not, and you can also find out like what the cutscenes are or how to trigger the cutscenes if you're trying to figure that out. I use it a ton.
Okay.
This was actually one of the things that made me consider playing it on computer versus Switch is being able to have the wiki up on a second window all the time to look things up really quick.
Helpful.
But there was an update, before it used to be like, you just had to go back and double check every time about what people love, or you had to remember it. But now there's like part of the update that they did was that you can actually, it keeps track of, once you've given people gifts, it keeps track of whether they liked them or not, or how much they liked them.
Really?
Within the Stardew interface now, yeah.
Where is that information?
I'm not sure where it is exactly, but it's there.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It also keeps... one new thing I did notice was it keeps track of if you talked to someone or not that day, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah. Oh, I did look up one thing because I was getting really freaked out. I think I rampaged to you and Ben about it in Marco Polo, but I couldn't get food for my animals in the middle of winter because fucking Marnie was not at her fucking shop.
Yeah, she's like not there. That's like a meme.
Fucking notorious. I've been exactly there before.
Yeah, I was like freaking the fuck out. Like, I know it's just a game and I know these animals aren't real, but they were like going hungry. And I was like, I don't know how to feed these animals I've committed to because the shop is open, but she's in the kitchen and won't serve me. So I don't... Maybe I should have like gone to bed at that point IRL. But anyway.
Did we talk about last week? I can't remember how that game is made entirely by one person.
We didn't talk about that last week, but I think about that all the time.
Like every aspect of it. The music, the art. And I looked it up. He like basically started it right after he graduated from college and then like released it like 6 years later.
Wow.
Just wild. And he like has continued. Wild. I mean, it came out fucking what, like 5-6 years ago at this point, and he is still just like putting so much love and care into it and updating a bunch of parts of it. It's just so delightful.
It is.
That's really cool.
So pure.
Okay, for update 1.4, 2 other developers joined to continue.
Yeah, I think he's also had help. People. I think he's also had help with like porting it to different consoles and stuff. I think that might have been done through like other, like Chucklefish or something, but the whole initial development of the game was entirely him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is helpful. Maybe I will get back into it, but I will not if it feels like a burden. We'll just have to see. But I'll try. Maybe I'll look up some like fun, different ways to play through, like different sort of angles to take on it. That could be fun.
Nice.
With a new file.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love it. I'm excited to play some Stardew right after we get off this meeting.
This meeting.
All
right, cool. Should we pop into me?
Yeah, what's your
please
thing?
Great obsession, Ben.
What's your pleasure? Yeah, great obsession, Ben. Love to see it.
My obsession, finally, it kind of has been for a couple of weeks, but I haven't felt ready to talk about it yet, but now all of a sudden it feels very soon. And I'm sure we'll have various forms of being my obsession over the next several months. But we are in the process of prepping our house to put it up for sale. And that's been my obsession, has been both getting the house like cleaned and cleared out and organized and ready to be like photographed and shown, which is why we've been like going back and forth to this storage unit and stuff. And then also looking at houses to move to has been my bigger obsession. And it's like you both know like a fair bit about it already, but like because I'm now like fully remote forever, we can kind of move anywhere that has internet, which has been uniquely challenging as far as looking for houses, because there's no one realtor that can just show you any house in the state of Massachusetts. Like, realtors, like at most they cover one county, and when the counties get really big, like they are in Western Massachusetts, sometimes their range is even smaller. So we have found like one seller's agent, who she's great, but she only works, one county, which is like maybe less than a quarter of the like space that we're looking in. And so like, and I have like a lead on another guy who does a different county, but then we still have 3 other counties that we're looking at that have like decent houses that are in our price range that would meet our needs. And so I don't know, like, how to manage any of that without a seller's agent. Like, I don't want to learn how to do it. I'm not looking to DIY my own like sale and purchase of my house. Like I really want to have like my seller's agent here and my buyer's agent there and have them work together and just send me what I need to sign. Like that's how I would like for it to work. So that's been like, the kind of stressful part of it. And then the fun part obviously has been looking at houses. I have this philosophy with house hunting that I'm trying to instill in Ian, because I think sometimes he approaches it with like a little bit more like thinking about all the things that could go wrong. And who knows, maybe he's the one who's looking at it right. I don't know. But I kind of feel like it's sort of an extension of, you know, people talk about whether or not they regret anything in their life. And I tend to think that the vast majority of things that people worry that they'll regret or that they maybe feel like they regret were like learning experiences or things that like your life would not be the same if you hadn't done that or if that hadn't happened to you or whatever. Like that doesn't, you know, obviously stand for anything ever, but like in terms of places you live, I've lived in places that were not ideal before and they sucked, but like I try to view them as like to make the best of them and then to like take the learning I can from them for the next place or whatever. And none of the houses that we're looking at are like, you know, shitholes. so it's like not going to be it's not going to be like the worst place we've lived ever, no matter what. But like I think of them as like when we're looking at houses, we're looking through a multiverse of different lives that we could potentially have, like not just the house, but the neighborhood and the neighbors and the town and all that stuff. Like, or what are the unique challenges going to be with the house? Like, we don't know necessarily what we're signing up for with it, but whatever it is, there are going to be like things that are really good about it that are better than they are here, and there are going to be things that are maybe worse about it or that are like unforeseen issues or costs or whatever, and that's just like going to be how it is no matter where we end up. So I try to think of it as like an exciting adventure no matter which house we choose, as long as we think it meets our needs. Like it's just going to like be what it is, and we're going to like, you know, figure out our way through it, just like we have with every other challenge we've ever had in our lives. So so that's, it's fun to look at houses. Long story short, it's fun to look at houses, but we're in this weird time where we're not really ready to be visiting houses and like putting offers in or anything yet, because our house isn't on the market yet. But we're pretty sure that when we put our house on the market, it's going to sell really quickly. And then we're going to have to find a new house pretty quickly after that. So it's just like all feels very like hurry up and wait at the moment. And it's taking up a whole lot of brain space, just trying to kind of make sure that all the pieces are in place for when we have to like really like spring into action on all fronts at once, you know, like, so yeah. That's been my obsession. I don't have a lot of specifics to talk about with it, because for one, for privacy reasons, and for another, because there's like I said, so we're looking at half of the state of Massachusetts to live in.
And I love how your narrowed down criteria is really helpful, I'm sure, to any realtor. Internet, please.
Yeah, we just need like internet. Like there's like a few other things that would be nice. Like Ian's been looking at stuff like school districts and like anything that's like a really outlying crime statistic. Like he's ruled out some towns because they're like their rate of rapes is really high, and I'm like okay with that. Like we've got many towns to choose from, so if we want to rule those out, that's fine with me. But
did you know that makes me think of like, did Michael Hobbs recently said something about that, about like, I guess the Netherlands has that, was it Michael Hobbs or maybe it was in that
was Michael Hobbs. I remember that.
Yeah,
like Sweden has reports of really high rates of rape, but it's because they count rapes differently.
Yeah,
because if you're in an abusive marriage, they'll count like every time someone was raped in that marriage as a separate criminal offense.
Yeah.
Whereas other countries will count it as basically as one count of abuse or rape. And so they end up reporting a much higher number than other countries, but it's not. And so that gets taken by that was in the context of being taken to the far right to mean like immigrants are raping all of our women, rather than it being like, actually we do statistics a little differently here. And that's the real reason why our rate's so high.
I guess that's also what I was thinking, like that high record could be because like people get raped more in that place, or like they're reported more, or they're prosecuted more, or something. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Every time that he tells me one of those outlier statistics for a town he's looking at, I always wonder, like, if there's something like that behind it. I do think probably there is some more uniformity to it, town to town in the same state, than there would be like between two different countries like that. But I don't really know. I mean, like, they all kind of run their own shit differently. So I'm sure there's a lot of factors at play. But it's also like, when your options are so many, like, it's kind of like when you're when you get like a flood of resumes at for a job you're hiring for, and you just like need some criteria to rule some of them out, because otherwise, where do you even start? Like that kind of thing almost. But I also am still, you know, if it was the right house, like, we could definitely dig deeper into things like those weird statistics if it became necessary, you know? Yeah. It's just a lot to think about all the time. So.
Yeah, wow.
If I'm being honest, which I try to be, that's my obsession. But I'm really excited
Ben was
about
honest about his, and I appreciate that you are honest about yours.
Thank you. I am excited about it, though, like, as much as it, like, I was very excited about it when I kicked off the process a few weeks ago, and then just this past like week or so, and I've been really busy at work also, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's less than a month until the day we're supposed to like actually put the house on the market, and it feels like we have so much left to do, even though like we've been moving along at a pretty good clip. So like now it feels very stressful, and like it's very much like kind of all like collapsing onto my shoulders now, the weight of these decisions we've made or are planning on making. But then I am very excited about the idea of actually having a house that meets our current needs. Cause we love this house and we love this neighborhood. But when we moved into this house, neither of us were working from home. And Ian wasn't like, he was, not really like doing anything crafty in the home. He had like a lot of outlets for that at his job because he was working at Plymouth Plantation. So now like I'm working from home. He has like his only spot that he can really like put out and leave his creative projects is at his desk, which is behind me. So not only does it like make the room look very messy when I'm like doing work calls, but also he can do like one project at a time. And that's not how a creative mind works. Like you need to have like I do too, and him even more so. Like it's much easier if you have like several projects going at once and you have designated areas for all of them, and you can basically have a workspace where you can have everything out and visible to you so that you don't like forget that things exist because you've put them away somewhere. Like, so we're looking for a place that has like a workspace for him, whether it's like in a big, you know, finish or not even finished, but like a big basement space that has like adequate ventilation and stuff. Or a lot of the places that, out that way for whatever reason, just like have detached workshops already, or they have garage workshops or and things like that. So like that really, the idea of him having like an actual space that he can really own, that's like his workspace, is very exciting to both of us. I can, like, we're looking for a house that has enough space in it that I can have, an office, we can take one of the bedrooms and make it my office. So I will have my own workspace that I can like set up however I want to and have adequate storage for all my stuff. And, so those are the main things, like, just like really excited to have a space that really works for us. And like we've learned a lot about what we want out of a house from living here. Like, I would love to live in a place, where I know that we have a decent enough heat source that I'm not really worried that we're going to get too cold if the power goes out. like a fireplace or a wood stove, you know. So like those are just like all things that we know now. And just to get a little space. That's a big part of why we're going out west, along with the fact that the houses are a lot less expensive there. Is that we can get like a decent amount of land so that we're not sort of sandwiched in by roads on both sides in the same way, and can like maybe do a little bit of planting, maybe be able to let the cats roam around sometimes. Maybe we'll see about that. I'm not sure. Maybe build a little catio for them or whatever. Like, just get a little space. So I'm very excited for all of that. But I'm just deep in the middle of I'm not even in the middle. We're at the start of the process of getting to there, which will be the exciting part. Who knows how long it'll take, because it's going to be finding a buyer, finding a house. Like, it's going to be coordinating all of it. It's going to be great.
That sounds so nice. I'm excited for you. I really am.
Thanks. I was excited until this week, and I'm overwhelmed this week. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there again. We're ready.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's my session. It's, I guess we'll call it selling my house.
Selling her house. Uprooting.
That seems pretty accurate for what you just talked about.
I feel like I think of a house as like being filled with your stuff and then being gently shaken, and all of your shit just kind of trickles into the corners and cracks and crevices, and it just takes so long to dig all that shit out.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's been really nice to have a storage unit, because our biggest problem with this house has been that we moved from an apartment that we had 1,000 square feet completely to ourselves, and the apartment was even bigger than that, with our roommates downstairs, to a 520 square foot house. And we knew we weren't going to live in this 520 square foot house forever. We weren't trying to become minimalists. We just we needed a place to live in this part of the state, and it's like literally impossible to find a rental here. And so we decided to buy a house instead, because you can, our mortgage is like less than the rent would be at the only place that is renting nearby. Like, so it was like, and that worked out for us because now I've been building equity for 6 years instead of just paying rent. But,
right.
But we knew that we weren't going to be here forever. So we have like furniture that's being stored in the shed. We have stuff that we would love to be able to use in the kitchen, but we don't really have room to use it in the kitchen, that's stored in like the closet. And just like stuff stored everywhere. So even when we tried before to pull stuff out and organize it and then try to put it back to save space, it's just too much stuff for the space. It just is. So like now
it just is.
Yeah. So now we have a place to go put it. We throw it in the car and we load it into boxes. Ian's been very intense, honestly, about like making stock lists of what's in every box so that we can open up the box and there's a list on top that tells us what's in there.
That's
just a great idea.
That's gonna be so fucking
I
nice.
know. And then we put it in the car, and then like about maybe twice a week we run everything over to the storage unit, and the storage unit is like not even half full yet, and we have cleaned out several areas, although we have a bunch of like closets and under sink areas and stuff left to do. So it won't get full though, unless we have to store furniture there. It will never be full. So it's just nice to have the option of a place to bring things, and slowly but surely we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Yeah. So
well, nice.
Yeah.
Keep us updated.
I will.
Keep us updated. Whoops.
If any listeners out there are a realtor in Western Massachusetts, hit Hannah up.
Yeah,
all of Western Massachusetts, but only the places with internet.
Only places with internet, please.
Only currently accepting interneted places. Thank you.
There are towns we've had to rule out because they only have satellite internet. Excuse me. That is true.
So we joke, but that's no joke.
Only places with internet, please. I have a lot of internet hobbies as well. Gotta have video chat available for podcasting.
She's got to reluctantly make those new friends somehow. It's gonna be over the internet.
That's right. All right, yeah. That's it. Should we do homework?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should.
Erin, what's your homework?
We should.
I know it's unpopular to say it, but we should.
We really should. I have a quick aside before I thought I had closed the tab I wanted to reference, and so do you guys know about that Command Shift T or like maybe it's
Control Shift T on Windows? Yeah.
On Windows, it will like reopen a tab that you've closed. So I did that, but I did not close the tabs. And the last tab I had closed was just the simple Google search of pinch a tit. So I was, really just reopened that just now. Not even the one with like extra helpers. It was like the hardcore pinch a tit, and I mean that hardcore in every single way. So that one.
Wait, you Google searched it? You did? That wasn't a YouTube search before?
No. Yeah, that's what I was trying to convey. I Google searched. I opened a new tab, and into Google, I searched pinch a tit, expecting for that sweet little preacher video, but I just got the world of the internet instead. So, anyway, and then just like reopened that tab. Okay. So now I've searched for that twice.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
But I feel like now at least the and I'm not on like a private browser, but I feel like now my ads that I'll be getting might be a little more on point than I have. We'll see. Okay, my homework is to listen to Natalia Lafourcade's music, Watch Her Tiny Desk concerts from 2017, you guys. It has 18 million views.
Wow.
She is on Spotify. This album I like is also from 2017. Musas, and apologies if I pronounce everything wrong. And again, songs that like track number 1, track number 11 are some among my favorites. And every song that she plays in this Tiny Desk concert, listen to it. And then, I just pressed play. That's so good. All right, enjoy.
That's it.
Welcome to me now.
That's it. What's your homework?
Yeah. My homework is play Stardew Valley, you idiot. If you're not convinced at this point, there's no helping you. Excuse me. My Twitter's NoSleeperBen. My Twitch is Disco Greg. Bye.
You know we're about to go play Stardew Valley after we hang out on this call. You know it.
My homework is please let me know if you know any good realtors in Western Massachusetts or Central Massachusetts. Seriously. Especially if they know good towns that have internet. And also, I would say get the lemon limeade Spindrift.
Nice.
And I guess they're gonna be at Target, so you can get them there. Boy, I just got so sleepy all of a sudden. Okay.
We're closing out with a lot of energy.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology. I stream every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. We're playing through Zelda Majora's Mask right now. On my friend Matt's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MattiePizzaTable. The chat, the regulars, they are super into Tingle. There's this one person who shows up in chat every week, and
hell yeah,
you know, a lot of people like to draw along with streams. They'll like draw stuff on the stream, or they'll draw whatever they feel like while they're watching a stream. It's just like a thing people do. This person shows up and just draws art of all the characters that we meet. So like, they drew Tingle like a few times, and they're really, really good. And they also drew that guy who does that really weird dance out, like, just outside of town. I forget his name.
I don't remember.
But yeah, like they drew all kinds of characters. So we're really into.
Where do they post those?
In that Discord I was talking about.
Oh, okay,
but I can show them to you guys personally. I would want to credit them if I posted them anywhere else. But actually, if you follow or if you look for Maddie Pizza Table on Instagram, I think that he posted them. Oh, not yet, but he's planning on it, I think. So if you follow him, he posts just a lot of fun memes. A lot of them are about Tingle and Zelda, and some of them are about Pokemon. And he's going to post that fan art because I know that Meg said that he could. But yeah, they're really good. And we do a lot of the fan art stuff, and we also do a lot of hot or nots. So basically, any new character we meet, we'll put up a poll. Everybody votes whether or not they're hot. So that's fun.
Wow.
Oh. And then that's. Oh, and I'm Hannah and her cats on TikTok, but I haven't posted anything on TikTok in a while. But boy, oh boy, am I ever in there curating only the best Heavenly Farts content from my family.
Yeah, she really is. She does the good work.
Yeah. If you want to call us or text us and tell us the funniest thing that's ever happened to you in a church, you can do that at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
Blaze it.
Don't blaze it.
Listen. You may be at your phone. You may have just dialed 420. You may be tempted to dial Blaze It. Do not dial Blaze It. We cannot stress this enough. Do not.
Nothing good can come of it.
No.
You can
heed our warning and do not dial Blaze It.
Please. You can find us on Twitter at 2broadpod. You can find us on Instagram at way2broad. You can email us at way2broad@gmail.com. You can find all of that information about the contacts and the links to the videos that we put the audios in here for and everything at our website. And if you want to go looking for cool topics we talked about before, we got a topic index there. It's a great website. Erin built it at way2broad.com.
Thank you.
For anything you want. ErinBen.com for anything you need.
Thank you.
Which,
built that one
yes,
too.
Erin also built that one. You did not build maxfun.org, but I know you wish you had.
I wish.
Yeah.
I fucking wish I had.
You can visit that one too. And that's it. Oh no, I forgot to light the podcast candle.
Don't worry, I got the lamp right here.
Okay, the podcast lamp. You go ahead.
I got the podcast lamp right flipping.
You tell us when it's extinguished. You tell us.
The podcast lamp. Oh, can I reach? Maybe I'll reach the I can turn off the podcast lamp and the podcast salt lamp.
Okay.
At the same time. That'll make it a little more special. Alright. The podcast lamps, quartz, or salt, and otherwise are now extinguished.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Bye-bye. Bye now.
Bye.
Erin's in the dark now.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my podcast lamp.
Thank you.